What is the Loveland Frogman? With a population of under 15,000 people, sleepy Loveland, Ohio doesn't really seem like the type of place to find anything too crazy in. But in 1955, the infamous Loveland Frogman decided to call it home and begin a decades-long legend. The earliest sighting of the creature came in 1955, with most sources agreeing that it took place sometime in the month of May. Accounts vary slightly, but all the stories consist of a traveling salesman driving down a road to Branch Hill at around 3:30 in the morning. As he drove on, he saw three humanoid figures, each one standing around 4 feet tall, and possessing leathery skin and faces that looked like that of frogs. Just as the man was about to get out of there, one of the creatures suddenly held what the witness could only describe as a wand above its head. The anonymous source further claimed that sparks spewed out of the end of this device, and he didn't stick around too long after that. Later, at about 1 a.m. on March 3rd in 1972, nearly 17 years after the first report, a police officer, who chose to remain anonymous, was traveling along Riverside Road headed towards Loveland when he saw something that would forever change his life. The officer claimed that he was driving slowly due to the substantial amount of ice on the road when he saw what looked like a dog by the curb. Suddenly, the animal darted in front of the cruiser, forcing the officer to slam on the brakes in order to avoid a potential collision with the creature. Once the police cruiser came to a halt, its headlights fell upon the prone animal. At this point, the officer described something that seems too bizarre to be true. In the span of seconds, this crouched, frog-like creature stood on two legs, stared back at the police officer, then scrambled over the guardrail and scurried down the embankment, finally disappearing into the Ohio River. The officer in question described the creature as being 3 to 4 feet tall and estimated it at weighing in the area of 50 to 75 pounds. He also claimed that its skin had a leathery texture and that the animal's features resembled those of a frog or lizard. Another officer investigated the scene later that evening. He saw no sign of the creature, but reported that there were distinct scratch marks on the guardrail where the animal purportedly crossed. The second sighting occurred 2 weeks later, while Officer Mark Matthews had an encounter of his own. According to the report, Officer Matthews, while driving into Loveland, spotted what he believed to be an injured animal lying on the pavement. Matthews climbed out of his cruiser with the intention of removing the carcass from the already ice-slicked road when the creature abruptly lurched upwards into a crouched position. Taken aback by the frogman's reptilian visage, Matthews upholstered his revolver and took a shot at the creature, which then proceeded to hobble over to the side of the road and step over the guardrail, all while keeping a watchful eye on the trigger-happy Matthews. Matthews' frogman matched the first officer's description down to the last detail, with the exception of this one having a tail, which was absent in earlier reports. The most recent sighting came in 2016 by two Ohio locals while they were playing the popular video game Pokemon Go. Do you believe in the Loveland Frogman? Any theories about what he is, or any encounters that you yourself have had? Let me know in the comment section below.